sweet followers. What y'all doing here at noontime in the middle of the day like today? Anybody watching? Anybody watching? Anybody up? Y'all are all at work, aren't you? It's a bad time to do a live. Oh my goodness, it's a bad time to do a live. I see a few of you. Hey, Trudy. I used to have a girlfriend in high school named Trudy. I think that's the cutest name. It's old-timey. Here's Karen Thompson. And Becky. Good morning, Becky. Hoggy. H-O-G. Hoggle. Here's Becky and Sonia and Preston. Bonnie. Good morning, y'all. Well, it's not morning. It's actually 5 minutes after 12 at my house. Hey, listen, y'all. I've been in town all morning. I have gotten nothing done. Zero here at the house. And so I thought, because it was when I started to come home, here were my choices. I could either stop and get something to eat and come home, and I wouldn't probably like it. Or I just stopped at the grocery store and get what I do like. Well, I got what I like. Hey, Sue and Gloria from Texas. Here's Gloria from Texas. Gloria Lopez. Hey, Miss Gloria. And here is Gina and Sandra. Hey, good morning, y'all. I keep saying good morning. Good noonday. Lunchtime. I call it dinner time. Here's what I got today. Y'all don't even know what this is. You people, y'all aren't from Alabama probably. This is chicken livers. And I fixed to fix them for myself. And you may not be able to watch this live because some of y'all can't even stand to look at a chicken liver. Well, I like them. I put them in my colander. I rinse them off. And I fixed to have me some. They're going to be so good. I've been to town, y'all. I bought me some chicken livers. I put them in my colander. I'm letting them drain real good. I like to wash mine because when you first open chicken livers, they've got blood on them. So I rinse mine off real good like that. Now let me tell you what I paid. You know, I always tell you what I pay. I'm eating lunch today for $2.50. $2.50. I mean, it's going to be a pile of food. I paid $2.22 for this big container of chicken livers. And I am going to saute me an onion. So I'm guesstimating that this has probably cost $1. Probably too much, but I mean, probably not even that. So I'm eating for $2.50. Here's all you do, folks. Get my hands off them. All right, come over here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Y'all sit right here a minute. Let's get our chicken livers. We're going to put our chicken livers in this bowl right here. We're going to get set up right here where you can watch everything. Here are our chicken livers. They're all drained good. There's an extra. All right, so here's what you do, y'all. These things are already wet. They're wet. So you really don't need to put any buttermilk on them unless you want to. And does Brenda Gantt won't do? Of course I do. I'm going to put pepper and salt on them. And I like a lot of pepper on mine. Give them a quick stir with the salt. Give them a quick stir. Put more pepper. Turn my eye on. I want to go ahead and get my eye hot over here on these chicken livers. I'm going to fry it in this skillet, and you need a top because chicken livers pop, and I want a top on it. I'm going to cook mine in olive oil. You don't need a whole lot of oil. You may need to add a little bit later, but I'm going to just put a quick little, maybe 4 tablespoons of oil in there. I'm going to turn it on high because this doesn't take long. Mix this up good, and I'm going to put just a tad, not much, but just a tad of buttermilk. Because I really love the crunchy that's on chicken livers. I've always loved the crunchy. Do y'all like the crunchy? I'm going to put 1 tablespoon. 1. That may be 2. That probably is 2 tablespoons. I'm going to stir that up in here. Now I'm going to put on the white lily flour. Now, if you don't have but one kind of flour, let's say you've got all-purpose, or let's say that you've got self-rising. It really doesn't matter what kind you're putting on it. But if you're putting on the all-purpose flour, and I'll put that on there today just so I can show you. Let me get my scoop out. Y'all know, you new followers know that I keep my stuff over here in a canister. That looks like about a cup that I'm going to put in there. All right, now all-purpose flour does not have salt in it or anything else. So I'm going to add just a tad more salt just to the flour because I want it tasty. Just a little bit. Something else I like on my chicken gizzards is I like paprika. Paprika, where are you? There you are. I just like a little paprika on it. It gives a really good flavor. Put that in there with your, maybe a tablespoon or so. You don't have to measure, y'all. You do not have to measure. Let's get the light over here so we can see what we're doing. Is that better? All right, so mix that flour in with your livers. You want your livers dry. You want them dry. So just keep stirring that, flipping them over till every little liver is coated really good with the flour and they feel kind of dry. That's why you don't want to put much buttermilk in there. You know what? My eye is not working on this one. Let me jiggle it. See if that'll get it going. I have the worst time with this stove. I can't put these in there till it gets good and hot over there on the stove. Anyway, let me talk to you. Town was hot. It was really hot. When I got out, of course I lock my car door when I get out, you know, so nobody will run off with my truck. I say car door, I don't even own a car. All I've got is trucks. I've got a yard truck, a Sunday go to meeting truck. Anyway, I locked my door, so therefore my windows are up. And when you get in that car, it felt like 120 degrees. I'm sure it wasn't, but it sure felt that way. It was so hot. And I know it's hot in your town, too. So don't leave your dogs, your children, or anything else in the car. Danger, danger. Am I going to have to put that on another eye? You know, it's heating up. I can kind of hear it a little bit. It's trying to heat up a little bit. Anyway, going back to chicken livers. I didn't want to spend a lot of money today. I really didn't want to eat out. I didn't want to have to get out. I didn't want to go through a drive-thru. I didn't want to do that. So I just stopped and got me that big container of chicken livers. And here's the thing where I got it. Y'all see that? It's probably backwards to you. It was $2.22, and I'm going to saute me an onion, and I'm thinking that's like 25 cents for the sauteed onion. And it was $1.79 a pound. And I got 1 pound and 24 ounces. Well, how could that be possible? 24 ounces is more than a pound. Anyway, it was cheap. It's a lot of people. Here's your 2 groups of people in America. Here are your 2 groups. I like chicken livers. I don't like chicken livers. There is not any middle ground. None. You either like them or you don't. There's nobody that says, well, they're all right. You either love them and like them like me, or you don't like them at all. Now, what do y'all say? What do you say? This one says, here's Rashonda, she says, I love chicken livers. You're making me want to get some. Go get them, darling. Go get them right now. Get in that car. Go buy you some and fry them up. All right, this is hot. I can see the smoke. So, y'all come over here and we're going to fry them up. I'm going to put you right here where you can see down in there. Let me get you fixed. Let me get you fixed. There you go. I think you can see it now. Here it is. All right, so here's what you do, y'all. You got your top right here handy, okay? Take a chicken liver, this dry, like that, and lay it in there. And I got it too high now. You can't be moving them once you put them in there. Shake them off and lay them in. Boy, they're already popping. I need on my apron. I didn't even think about it. I'm going to get me this up like a shield. I feel like a Roman soldier that the Bible talks about in its prime. Alright, I think I'd put one maybe right there. Here's the last one. No, it's two of them. I'll put it right here, baby. And here's the last one. Let's put him over there. So right in here. There's a place. Put your top on it. Because I am telling you, those livers will pop. Now, some of y'all write in and you say that if I will just jab those livers with a fork, that helps them not to pop. I remember you telling me that. And I forgot to do it. I didn't think about it. Alright, so let me get over here now and wash my hands real good. Y'all come with me. I only got one dirty hand. But it's dirty. I'm telling you, that stuff stuck all over me. Get up in my window. I'll show you something I root. Get my hands cleaned off. Chicken livers. If y'all are just coming on, like Norma's just coming on. Hey Norma, I'm cooking chicken livers. You like them or don't like them? Here's Stephen Romano. Hey Shauna, he's talking to somebody else. Sherry Johnson is watching. Good morning, Sherry. Maxine, I tell you, Maxine says she likes onions. Well, here's the thing. I do too. That's why I'm going to fry me some onions kind of separate. But if I were frying, like calf liver, baby calf liver, what I do is I fry my liver on one side, the pieces. They're about that big around, real slow. And when I turn those over to the other side, that's when I put all my onions on top. And they get so tender and wonderful. And they are so good with your beef liver and your pork liver. Y'all read up on liver now. You know, every time you eat something, you need to be looking at its nutritional value. I can't believe this many people's on this morning. And the reason I can't believe it, I figured y'all all be at church. I mean, at work. She says, I absolutely love chicken livers. And I love you. I'm watching from Yama, Arizona. Oh, goodness. Y'all are far out. Here's Kathy. She loves them. Hey, first time I ever caught you live. That's Rhonda. Well, hey, Rhonda Berry. I'm glad you're live on here this morning. Catching me live. Good morning from Liberty, South Carolina. Oh, goodness. We just got so many. And I want to say a shout out today. This goes to my Houston, Texas followers. Do y'all realize, let me get me a napkin. Do y'all realize that Houston, Texas has the most Brenda Gantt followers, Cooking with Brenda Gantt, of any city in the United States? So, good morning, Houston. Let me tell you what the second one is. It's a toss-up between New York City and Orlando. So we got a contest going on to see if New York comes ahead or if Orlando comes ahead. They're both behind Houston. Houston's the biggest one. And then Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, y'all. I got tons of followers down there. And I'm growing every day, and I can't thank you enough. I'm just excited. All right, let's go over here and check our livers. I don't want them cooking too fast. I think I need to add a little oil. Woo, put that down there, boy. I'm gonna turn it down to 5 because we want them to cook slow. We'll do our onions in this one right here. All right, here's how you saute onions. Let me get our onions. And our butter. I'm going to saute my onions in butter. You could use olive oil or you could use whatever you like. Whatever you like. Here's our little skillet right here. I hope that's not cooking too fast. I got the talking. All right, I'm going to do 2 pats of butter. They're kind of thin. Turn my eye on. Get me a little chopping block for over there. I don't need a big one, just something little. And I'm just doing a yellow onion, just a plain old yellow onion. And I'm going to show y'all. I love sauteed onions. They're quick and easy, y'all. I told y'all about one time when we were cooking supper at the church. And I told the team, I said, y'all, why don't we just saute some onions and see if they'll eat that. And honey, we sauteed, I don't know, it must have been 30 pounds of onions. It was a lot, let me put it that way. There wasn't an onion left. They came by, the people did, with those tongs, they got their tongs, and they got them a big scoop of onions. If you hadn't tried it, you need to try it. This goes with anything. It goes with anything. All right, our skillet's melting the butter a little bit. When we get this cut up, we're going to try to turn over our livers. I've already got a bowl of ketchup out there. I like ketchup with my livers. Do y'all? Let me get you down where you can see. Do y'all see? I'll scoot down where you can see me and the liver and the onions. All you do is cut it in half. I cut the ends off of them. And then we're going to do like this. We're going to do long skinnies. Long skinnies. Like that. Throw them in. Let's do the other one. Because I'm going to eat a whole onion today. I can tell you. I am. There you go. All right. Kind of get it divided up in there. You know where you got them in those circles, you want to kind of divide it up a little bit. All right, while this is doing, and you don't need a top on this. Let go of each other. Let's turn our livers. Our chicken livers, let's turn them up. Let's turn them over. See how they look on that side, okay? Y'all see me looking in this drawer. Y'all want to look down in this drawer. Look in this drawer at this meal. Look at all the stuff here. I'm looking for a certain thing. If it's not that, it's more just like it. Except it's longer. I don't know what I've done with it. There it is. I'm going to use this. Turn our onions down. Okay, let's turn our livers over and see how they look on the other side. Okay? I'm going to put this up like a shield because I sure don't want to get popped. I'm going to be a Roman soldier. Okay, let's turn them over. Oh my goodness, y'all, they're so brown and crispy. I probably had that one on a little high. It looks like it was trying to burn on me. I'm using this glass top, which works good. I can see through it and work at the same time. All right, there you go. I'm gonna put the top back on it. It's almost like we're smother frying them. That's what it's almost like. And when these onions cook down, there won't be many. I mean, you know, when onions cook down, they're mostly water. Water and flavor. Nobody brought me any strawberry onions this year. I missed them. You know, I don't go down to Plant City, Florida. But that's where they grow them. That's the only place I know that grows them. And here's the reason they call them strawberry onions. In Plant City, Florida, they plant a row of strawberries and a row of onions. And a row of strawberries and a row of onions. And they told me, or somebody told me, I forgot who was the one who told me, said that the onions keep the bugs off of the strawberries. And it's like a natural pest control. So that's why they do it. When I was doing this to y'all just then, what did that remind you of? This is going to age you. This is going to age you. What game did we play? Let me get something right here just real quickly. What game did we play when we took a thimble? This isn't a thimble. My thimble's in there and I ain't got time to go get it. And they put the thimble in their hand like that and they closed it. And they did like this. Who remembers that game? Let's see. Let's see if anybody can remember the name of that game. If a thimble's in my hand, nobody yet. Who remembers the name of that game and how you did it, how you played it? Here's Cindy. She's talking about chicken livers. Linda said, no, she's not in the one. Nobody's guessed it yet. What is the name of the game back in the 40s and 50s and 60s? At birthday parties, they played this game. And they had a thimble and they put it in the hand of a child and they closed it up. And then the child did like this for a reason. Can y'all remember? Nobody's guessed it. Oh, come on, y'all. Surely there's somebody out there that's 60 years old or 70 that remembers this game. Or maybe even 50 y'all played it. Well, I'll just have to tell you because it doesn't look like anybody's going to get it. I don't remember the game. This is Tommy, but we did play it. Good for you, Tommy. At least you remember playing it. And here's something. She said she never heard of that game, and she's 67. Maybe it was a Southern game because we didn't have many toys. I'm going to put just a little bit more olive oil, y'all. I don't want it to dry out. All right, the name of the game is Thimble. Who's got the thimble? And here's how you played it. All the children sat on the floor in a big circle. And the person with the thimble would put it like that. And all the children in the circle held their hands like this. Like that. And you'd go to the first person in the circle. And you'd slide your hands between theirs. Like this and come out. And then the next person. Slide your hands between theirs and you go all around the circle. Well, during that process, you dropped that thimble into somebody's hands. And everybody else has to guess whose hand you dropped the thimble in. And they would say, And as she did this, as she went by and did like this in each person's hand, she'd say, thimble, thimble, who's got the thimble? Thimble, thimble, who's got the thimble? And we played that. And then you had to guess which one she dropped the thimble in. And a lot of times, the one she dropped the thimble in was the one she liked, like a little boyfriend or a little girlfriend that you played with all the time. I remember that. Another game that we used to play is red light. Y'all remember playing like that? You had a person over here, you had all these people trying to get to them. And then when you said red light, they had to stop. They'd run to you. If you said red light, you had to stop. Y'all remember playing that? Do you remember playing Red Rover, said Brenda right over? Y'all remember that? When you held arms just as tight as you could with each other, and you made a strong line. And if they broke through your line from the other line when they were running, well, you caught them, and they had to be on your team. And you said, Red Rover, said Johnny right over. And then everybody would get their grip and hold on tight so Johnny couldn't get through. If he couldn't get through, he was out of the game. And then you found the strongest person, the one that came through. There were so many cute games back then that kids played. And all of them were outside. We played hopscotch. We played marbles. We played Red Rover. We played a lot of jump rope. And we had little nursery things or nursery rhyme-ish things that we played. That we sang to go with all of our, all right, this is almost ready, y'all. Boy, it's looking good. Anyway, we played a lot of games and the jump rope was one of them. And we used to do double dutch or double jump rope where you had two ropes going at the same time like this. And you jumped them. Well, I could do that. I could hula hoop and skate and ride my bicycle with no hands. And we played 1, 2, 3, 4 red light. And I see a lot of y'all, I see you coming up right now that y'all played red light too. Did you ever play Red Rover? And she said she remembers hopscotch. Me too. We'd have a little piece of glass we would throw or a little flat rock and play hopscotch. Y'all need to teach those games to your children and your grandchildren. They are so much fun. And jacks is a good coordination game. You can hardly find any real jacks anymore. The ball that we used to use playing jacks was rubber, and it really bounced good. Today's, I don't know where they're made, but they're not good little rubber balls. And the jacks they make today are plastic, and they don't do right. They have to be metal because you got to scoop them up, and you got to scoop it up quick. And those plastic jacks just don't get it. Let me tell you, they just don't get it. What are some of the little rhymes we used to do? We played jump rope. Cinderella, dressed in yellow, went upstairs to see her fella. And you're doing like, how many kisses did she get? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many ever times you jumped and didn't miss, that's how many kisses you got. Wasn't that fun? All right, y'all, it's about time to eat. Y'all been with me thinking, Brenda, are you ever going to get those livers ready? Well, they're just about ready. Let me look at them. I'm going to get me a different kind of thing to take them up with. I'm going to get this thing. We'll put them on this plate right here. This will be a good one. A big yellow plate. I don't know if I can eat all of these, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I can tell you that. I'm going to give it my best shot. Okay, let's get our livers up. They look done. I'm going to move this back. I'm just going to leave them in here. I don't think I can eat all these. I'm only going to eat $1's worth. Here you go. Didn't even have y'all on it. You couldn't even see me getting it out, could you? All right, let's put our onions on top. We turn that off. Get our onions, put them on top of our livers. What you say? I want to get every last one of them. Okay, move that off the eye. Get our little ketchup. I'm going to set it over here. I'll be back and get you in just a second. I will be back to get you. Let's get us a fork and a little knife. Are you waiting on me? Are you waiting on me, darling? Come on. Y'all come over here with me. I didn't make any tea today because I just got home. So I'll get me a glass of water. I'll go do that. You give me a glass of water, and I'll be right with you. Yes, sirree. I gotta have a little liquid because I'm hot from being out in that sun all day. Get a little ice and a little water, and let's eat. We made it. Got my napkin. You know, I can't eat without a napkin. I'm going to tell y'all what. If you will use a cloth napkin and just throw it in with your, dish towels and all that when you're washing clothes, you won't believe the money you save. Those paper towels are so high. And I've got some over there, but I only use them, like, on occasion. And it's never at a meal. Y'all get you some old napkins. It doesn't matter if everybody's got a different napkin, and use them. You will save so much money. And I know that in today's economy, we're all trying to save. Every one of us. Every one of us. All right, here we go. Here's our meal. Can y'all see it? I can't see it for the words on your screen. But here it is. So, thank you, Lord, for the meal that you provided for us today, Father. Help us to be good influences, Lord, for you and your kingdom and your glory. And thank you, Father, for loving us and coming to save us. We thank you with all our heart. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, let's eat. All right, I'm going to cut me off a piece of liver here. There's the inside. Good and cooked. I like to dip mine just a tad of ketchup like this. It's got that crunch. And my onions sauteed. Cheers. This glass is another reminder of my childhood. Do y'all remember those aluminum glasses that they were all a different color? You had red and purple, green, blue, orange, and yellow. They came in a set of 6. Sometimes they came in a set of 8. And you had a picture to go with it. Well, Mama served us Kool-Aid out of these. That's what she did. And we didn't break them. And we weren't drinking out of plastic. We were just drinking out of metal cups. That's what we drank out of. This woman just wrote in and said she remembered her mama and daddy cooking, or her mama cooking livers, and it stunk the house up. All right, so this lady, she likes hot sauce on hers. Heather Hodges is watching. Carolyn's watching. Yep, I remember those metal glasses. Have y'all got any? These were sent to me, and I appreciate them. I've been using them. This one says, I remember those glasses, too. I'm happy I got all 3 books. Oh, I'm so excited that you got all 3. Thank you for ordering. I hope you love them, and I hope those recipes are just wonderful. And I want to tell y'all, in that last cookbook, I told you how to make ranch dressing from scratch. And let me tell you, that is the best dressing. It took me several hours to perfect that dressing, but I did it. I thought, I'm doing this thing. I'm getting it right. And I worked and worked, and I'd taste it, and Hannah'd taste it, and Shauna would taste it, and we'd work again, and I finally got it just like I wanted it. When you make yours, you can put it in a fruit jar. Keep it in the refrigerator, and you'll have it to go on chicken or pork chops or a salad, or you could mix it in with some slaw. I mean, it'd be so handy. And you won't have to buy that little bitty jar of ranch dressing in the store and pay an arm and a leg for it. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go because you know me. I don't want my videos to be too long because I know y'all are busy. And I know that it's right here at lunchtime, and I'm thinking, how in the world? Nobody's going to watch this at lunchtime. But when I got home, I realized that, hey, I'm going to cook them. I might as well let them see me eat them. Y'all have a wonderful day, and look up. Look up. Don't look down. Look up. Look forward. Look out there. What the water that ran under the bridge yesterday, it isn't coming back to run under the bridge again. So keep your eyes focused on what's ahead. Watch the road of life, and know what road to take. That's so important. Do you realize that the road that you took and the road that you will take, that means the choices you make, will affect your life for sometimes forever. Some of them you can't reverse. So be careful of what you do. That used to be a little song. It said, be careful, little eyes, what you see. Be careful, little ears, what you hear. And be careful, little mouth, what you say. It makes a difference. It makes a difference in the lives of others. So I love y'all. Have a great afternoon, and tonight's ball game night, get out and support your team. Ours is playing out of town tonight, so I'm not going. But I'm going to go to the home game next time it's here. Love y'all. Bye-bye.